Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about the electron configuration. But before we learn about how to configure the electron inside an atom, we have to know some basic concepts of certain terms. The first term is all about shell and subshells. Okay. Shells. The electrons in an atom are arranged in shells that surround the nucleus, with each successive shell being further from the nucleus. So, and as we know that we already learned about the scheme of picture of an atom, and as we know that inside, the core of the atom is called nucleus, which is consists of proton. So this is the nucleus. The core of atom, which is consists of proton and neutron. And then in the shell, okay, so this is the shell. Okay, the shell is a path of electron to move around. So this is shell, which we are able to find the electron on the shell. Okay, and this picture is like our solar system, which is the nucleus is the sun, and then the neutron within the shell is like the planets. Okay, so this is the shell. Okay, and the closest shell, the closest one, called N1. Yeah, so there are some shells in atom, and the closest one is called N1. Yeah, so N1 is the shell number 1. Yeah, so the first shell. Okay, shell number 1, yeah, or first shell. And then N equals to 2 means shell number 2. Okay, so here, and so on and so on. So the third shell will be called with N3, and then the fourth shell will be equal to will be called as N4, and so on and so on. Yeah, so this is just the number of shell to indicate, let's say some person, say shell N1, it means that shell number 1, or the closest shell to the nucleus. Okay, so this is the shell. Okay, and then also we have something called with subshell. Okay, so this is subshell. Okay, so so the subshell is like a room. Yeah, it's like a room inside the shell. Yeah, so electron shells consist of one or more subshells, and subshells are denoted with SPDF. Yeah, so in the I will like this. Okay, I will make this. Okay, so this is shell of an atom. The shell of atom is consist of maximum 4 subshells. Yeah, so this is subshells, subshell, and then also this is subshell. This is subshell number 1. This is subshell number 2. This is subshell number 3, and this is the last subshell number 4. And every subshell has their own denotation. Yeah, so for the subshell number 1, it called with subshell S, and then for the second one we call it with as P subshell, and then the third one we call it with D subshell, and then the last one we call it with F. Yeah, so this is the rule. So we cannot make like A, B, C, or D. No, we cannot do like that. So the subshell number 1 is called S, so we have to always use the notation S to indicate the subshell number 1, P for subshell number 2, T for 3, and F for the subshell number 4. Yeah. So this is the rule, so we cannot change it. Yeah. Okay, so this is the subshell S, P, T, and F. Okay, and then okay. Nah. Yep. So yeah. Okay. In in every shell. Okay. So every shell. Yeah. Of atom consists of subshell, right? Okay. So I just repeat what we are learning before. Subshell. Okay. Now, and not all subshell has one. Not all shell has one subshell, and not all shell has 4 subshells. Yeah. So this is the rule also. In the shell number 1, it only has one subshell, which is S. Okay. And for shell number 2, there are only 2 subshells, which are S and P. And for shell number 3, we only have 3 subshell, which are S, P, and D. And then for the fourth shell number 4, we have 4 subshells, which are S, P, T, and F. Yeah, so for number 5, it's also the same with the fourth one, S, P, T, F. And then for the shell number 6, we only have 3, like the N number 3, S, P, T. And for the number 7, only 2. And the last is 8. It only have one subshell, which is S. And the maximum number of N is is 8. Yeah, so this is the maximum number of N. Yeah, so it also can be concluded that the number of shell maximum is only 8. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 is the outmost shell that in the atom. Okay. Yeah. So this is the 8 is the maximum number of N. Okay. And every shell of atom consists of subshell, which the information is like this. Yeah. So you can memorize it as P, T, F, and F, P, F, D, P, S. Yeah, so this is the rule, and yes, because of the rule, we have to memorize it. And also the orbital. Okay, now we're going to so the orbital. So in S subshell, okay, so I will I will pick this and I'll bring to the board. Okay, I will use new page. Okay, yeah, so okay, and also this is the rule, so I hope you can memorize it. So in the S subshell, it only has one orbital. In P, it has 3 orbital. T has 5 orbital, and for F subshell, it has 7 orbital. And in every orbital, yeah, so in every orbital, maximally, it has 2 electrons. Yeah. Okay, so orbital is like a room. Yeah, so it's like a room. So for the S, yeah, because it has one orbital, so it means that the S subshell has one room. Yeah, which consists of 2 electrons. Yeah, so This is 1, 2. Yeah? So this is the electron, and also this is the electron. And for the p subshell, okay, for the p subshell, it consists of 3 orbitals, which has 3 rooms. Yeah, so 3 rooms. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and in every room, in every orbital, it has 2 electrons maximally. Yeah, so let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 electron. It has 2 electron. And for T, there are 5 orbital. It means that in the subshell, maximum we can find 10 electrons. Okay, so yeah, 10 electrons because it has 5 orbitals. 5 times by 2, so it equals to 10. And then for the F, which is 7 orbitals, so it has 14. Okay, so 14 electron maximally. Yeah, so this is the concept of shell, subshells, and also orbitals. And I hope this video can help you to understand more about these concepts. And thanks for your attention. Thank you.